Alright, so let's see here. I wanted to show everybody something. Like I just saw this again. I haven't watched this video. I try to react in time when I do the video. But this is Officer Tatum. Please go like subscribe to him. He's a great dude. A great patriot. But right here, Democrats panic after devastating poll shows majority of Americans support ICE. Uh-oh, spaghetti-o. All right, let's see.
Know that Senate Democrats can support this administration's agenda. So as long as that DHS bill is in the rest of what's called a minibus, it's a package of bills, Senate Democrats should not lift one finger to help advance the Trump agenda.
So what you're seeing essentially here is a very clear indication that a majority of Americans, in fact, when they're asked this blunt question, which I believe gets at the underlying feelings, do in fact want to deport all immigrants who are here illegally.
This job and these people who want to say follow ICE, and film ICE, you know what? You can protest. They have that right. But when you cross that line, and we've proven it, if you interfere or impede or assault an ICE officer, you will be prosecuted. And one thing I'm pushing for right now, Laura, we're going to create a database. Those people that are arrested for interference, impediment, assault, we're going to make them famous. We're going to put their face on TV.
I can scrap the channel.
All right, listen. That whole idea that Tim Homan has to put their face on TV, bro, that's what they want. That's what they want you to do. They want to be famous. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to say otherwise. I mean, that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to drum up recognition because that's how they get paid. Most of these people are paid actors. I mean, this isn't like, oh, they might be. No, they are. They are paid actors. There's proof of it. There's plenty of proof. I can make a video about that too. I mean, I'm really getting into this thing about making videos about this stuff. I'm not foregoing my video game coverage. I'm just, right now, things are, how do you say, like, yeah, getting crazy. I mean, look at some of this stuff down here. Philly City Council members unveil ICE out legislative. Like, what? Dude, you people have no right. You have no authority to ICE out. And who gives a shit if you're Philly? Man, look, I live in PA. I'm not going to say where, but I live in Pennsylvania. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not for that. Philly is like, it's like a group of Democrats and a sea of Republicans. Literally. And again, this comes down to them bringing in these mass parasite sub-65 people. I mean, and it's really hurting our country. It is really doing damage to our country. Elections are not trusted anymore for good reason. Trump's put out a lot of proof on that too. I mean, that's not just an assumption. It's happening. You know what I mean? So, I don't know, guys. I have no time for these Democrats anymore. I don't care about their opinions. And you can think that I'm, like, brittle or, like, nah, or whatever. Crazy, if you want to call me crazy, I guess I'm crazy. I'm tired of this shit. I'm tired of it. You know what I mean? I'm tired of the games. I mean, I get it. We want to be sane. We want to be the sane, logical ones. But you cannot debate or have an argument with people that have learned that if they scream and act, throw tantrums, and kill and hurt people, that they'll get their way. And sadly, Trump sent that message to them when he started working with Frey and Waltz, in my opinion. In my opinion. Okay, I don't know the overall plan there, so I'm not going to claim that I do. I'm not in Trump's head. But from a perspectives outlook, it looks bad. It looks really bad. You know what I mean? That, like, him posting that comment saying he's working with Frey and Waltz, Tampon Tim. I mean, great. It had great effects. Now Democrats, or demon rats, are attacking their own. I love to see demon rats eat each other alive. That, either way, that doesn't settle the situation. That emboldens other terrorists. I mean, we know now that they had this Signal app, okay? And it wasn't minor. It was connected to state agencies. You know what I mean? Trump has all that information. He had that information before he put out that post. That was not intelligent. That was not intelligent. That was not intelligent. That was stupid of him to do, in my opinion. I don't know it all. I might have to take my words back and apologize later, and I don't mind doing that. Look, I'm going to be straight with you. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Prove it to me. But don't try to get my comment sections and then make stupid, talking points that we all know comes off the Signal app. I mean, I looked at the list of talking points the other day, and I swear, most demon rats say the same shit over and over again. I don't think that Americans are fooled or support Democrats. Matter of fact, this proves that they don't. What I think is that people are just fed up. You know what I mean? They're tired. I mean, we keep seeing this shit go down. We keep seeing that we don't have a properly functioning justice system. I mean, all these judges that are in these positions, right? I mean, a lot of them are foreigners on top of it. That's treason. I mean, their whole purpose for being in there. I mean, there was a judge that ignored, and just so nobody says I'm lying about that. Let me bring this up. Here, let me see. Judge ignores. I can't say demon rat. I want to, or sub 65. Democrat judge ignores jury's decision. Okay, hopefully that'll bring it up. Oh, this has to do with the Don Lemon stuff, I believe. Okay, hold on a minute. Maybe it'll come up. Let's do Fox News, by the way. I'm telling you, if you don't put in Fox, you're going to get a whole bunch of lies. I mean, even when you put in Fox, you get a whole bunch of lies. Let me try Fox News. Virginia judge strikes down Democrats redistricting. Okay, that's not it. Dominion versus Fox. Judge rules that Fox News cannot rely. Blah, blah, blah. A judge refused to toss out Fox News' claims that voting technology company Smartmatic is suing the network. Okay, yeah. Dominion. See, it just always. Oh, I mean, here's a Fox one, but this, I'm not talking about that. I mean, there's a lot in here I could do videos on, but that being said, I'll look it up and put it in another video, or I'll add it to this one later on. For right now, let's get back. I mean, I don't want this video. This video is dragging on. I don't want it to be. I'm trying to keep it under an hour, but I never meet that mark. Okay, let's get into it.
I'm gonna hit the bell to get notifications anytime I go live and make a video. Y'all already know the do. Let's get into this.
Yeah, please, by the way, like and subscribe. I mean, there's a lot of people that watch other people's content and then they just don't even like it. You know what I mean? And that's a shame, because it's not easy. It might seem easy because just watching a video that it's easy to do this stuff. It's not. I mean, I spend half my day cropping these videos, putting them together, finding the information. It might seem easy, but it isn't. And a lot of times, the more I'm getting into this, the more I have to line up the stuff that I'm going to be talking about sooner, so I can cut down on the time that it takes to go over this stuff. You know what I mean? So I would really appreciate it if you would like and subscribe. And to these guys I'm getting these videos from too, obviously, this content, because it saves me the legwork of putting all this stuff together. But of course, I don't have editing teams either. It's just me in my house with one computer and a ganky ass headset. I mean, I seriously was thinking about changing my name from Reaper294 to Just Another American, because that's exactly what I am. I mean, imagine me as just a faceless American. I'm just one of you. And we need to talk about stuff. We need to get this stuff out. I know my mic is messed up and all this stuff. Look, I would love to have a great mic like Benny does. Like this dude does and all that. I would love to. But I just don't. I don't want to take money from YouTube. You know what I mean? At all. I don't want any money for this stuff. I mean, at this point, I feel it's my patriotic duty. So, I mean, would I upgrade my stuff if I had the opportunity? Absolutely, I would. I mean, because it would just give you guys a better product. You know what I mean? I mean, that's pretty much it. I never want to be like, just to be clear, and I know I say this every time, but it's important to say, I do not want to be like Ulster Tatum. I don't want brands. I don't want to start this and that. I don't want like stores up and down. If you want to do anything, maybe support the 75th Ranger Regiment gaming community, because I mean, most of those guys are vets. They're really good people. You know what I mean? And I'd hate to see something great like that really helps socialize people, because we would all go insane without socialization. You know what I mean? Like people to talk to, express our feelings to, and all that. And sadly, we've lost people. And it just keeps happening. And no matter what I do, I mean, it really sucks, guys. I don't know what to do to fight anymore. I mean, the only thing I can do is try my best. You know what I mean? To get everybody active and try to get them the resources that they need. But it's pretty hard, and we do a lot. I mean, we host servers. I mean, all day long when I'm not doing this, because I have severe PTSD. So like, if I don't have something to focus my mind on, I mean, it's like my mind turns inwards, and yeah, I don't want to go into all that. It doesn't matter. Anyway, let's get into this video. Just please like and share the video. I saw the other day, I only got 2. I mean, it's only been out for a day. I haven't been doing this for a while, so hopefully I keep putting out videos. It'll get out there. And I mean, I have no other reason for doing it, like, besides what I just said. I just want to get the info out there. So
now let's get to the next clip of these devils who are not going to make heaven. This is what they're now saying that they want to do, because ICE is doing their job that we've elected them to do. And I'm going to show you in a minute that Barack Obama has said the same thing. And then we'll get to the interview with Jorge Ventura, which he's going to give you a synopsis of what is happening on the streets. Roll the clip.
Joining us now is Democratic Congresswoman Angie Craig of Minnesota. Thanks for being with us. I know it's been a heck of a last
Sub 65.
few weeks for you and your state, as Minnesota's been at the heart of what has now become a groundswell of people from both sides of the aisle speaking out and saying how this administration is behaving in Minnesota is not okay. I know you voted against funding DHS. You're now calling for your Senate colleagues to do the same. What specific change?
The mainstream media at this point should not be trusted at all. Not even a little bit. I mean, I like Fox News, but even they do the same thing. I mean, these people lie bold-faced. They get called out on lies. They get down in their press offices all the time by Trump and everybody else for good reason. Because they put up misleading headlines, you know? And I'm not for that. I mean, truth is the ultimate disinfectant. You know what I mean? Like, seriously, truth is the ultimate disinfectant. And we as Americans deserve the truth. And in my opinion, I mean, we need to get harder on this. Politicians should not be able to... By the way, when they say gaslighting, people stop saying gaslighting. Most people don't even know what that means, okay? In the political jardins, you know what I mean? They have no idea what gaslighting means. So stop saying that. They're liars. Use the simple words. See, that's another thing that we fail on the right that they kind of do on the left. And, you know, it's easy for the left to do it because they're sub 65, right? They dumb it down. They're able to dumb it down. We need to get better at doing that. I mean, the memes are amazing, by the way, guys. Like, keep the memes coming. Oh, my Lord.
Changes are needed.
Well, there's no way in hell that Senate Democrats can support this administration's agenda. So as long as that DHS bill is in the rest of what's called a minibus, it's a package of bills, Senate Democrats should not lift one finger to help advance the Trump agenda. What we're seeing in Minnesota has just been terrorizing our state and our community.
I know I keep interrupting. I won't after this. I mean, as much, but I kind of have to anyway. Otherwise, it's just copyright. But that being said, I'm going to do my best to get I'm doing my best right now to get a camera. I mean, trust me, I'm not scared to show my face. I don't think I'm bad looking. Matter of fact, I'm very blessed with good genes. So, I know that might sound a little narcissistic. I don't mean it that way. I'm saying that I'm very confident in that. And I do believe that it does help, right? Because something that he can do that I can't, that Officer Tatum can do that I can't, is he can express and talk with his facial features, right? I can't do that. I have to use my voice. And it's a lot harder than what it sounds like. You know, because it's not just excitement, you know. Like, I have to express my approval or disapproval just using my voice without you all being able to see my face like you can see his face. But these cameras are not cheap. I'm already dealing with a computer that's going out of date, that shuts down often. I mean, the fact that I'm able to get these videos out these videos out at all is only by the will of God. I have no idea sometimes how I'm able to do this stuff and put it together without the computer just totally shutting down and then taking an hour to reboot. You know, like I said, I'm not rich. And this isn't, like, I don't mean that in any kind of way. I'm grateful for what I have. I am. I'm grateful that I could do this. I could put my voice out there, right? But, I mean, in all straight up, in all truth, like, I'm doing the best I can. Maybe it'll take off enough to where I can get a computer and a headset that works proper to where it's not clicking and stuff. But as it stands, like I said, I'm just one of you guys. I mean, I'm just using whatever I can to get my voice out there. You know what I mean? That's it. And I'm not, I'm not doing TikTok. I'm not doing it. Okay? I know somebody told me about that. You go to TikTok, you get millions of people. You know, I think that's part of the problem with America right now is we got an attention span that's like a minute and a half long. I mean, even the comments, sadly, that you read in most videos, and I could probably a lot of them down here like this too, because whenever I post a comment, it's so long. But look, this is what I mean. Look, see, vote right in midterms. These Obama videos should be played all over social media continually. All these comments are one-liners mainly, okay? That one's 2 lines. But either way, these are not... People have realized that other people's attention spans are so low that they won't even bother. This guy, he missed a memo, I guess. Are so low that they won't even read your comment if it's more than a sentence. And that is such a shame, man, because you get no context. That's how you get people confused. That's how you get people that don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, way to go, Karen Schmidt. Wait, let me read this just in case. I don't know if he's supporting a freaking sub 65. This is absolutely what I want and what I voted for. I want all legal aliens deported. Yeah, tell them, Karen Schmidt. For the safety of Americans, for national security, to prevent the abuse of our welfare programs, to stop the black market and labor. Preach it, girl, on fire. To stop the horrible abuse and slavery of women and children. This is against Democrats, and she's right. She's absolutely right, by the way. I mean, these demon rats, man. Oh God. Remember, 350,000 children went missing in that 4 years. What do you think they did with them? You know what I mean? What do you think they did with them? You think these people mostly care about kids? They take them out to riots, get them gas and everything. They don't care about their kids. You know, and that's why that dude that attacked Ilhan Ohmar. I mean, me, man, if my kids were like going all radical, pink hair and all that stuff, I'd be like, yo, I'd have a serious sit down with them, especially if they're young, right, and living under my roof. Nope, that shit don't fly in my house. That shit don't fly under my roof. You know what I mean? But yet, this dude supposedly is so pro-Trump that he is making all his kids look like freaking weirdos with face piercings and... Alright, let's finish this. Preach it, girl. I want every single one of them deported because of the gross unfairness of enforcing some laws and ignoring others. Agreed. 100% base. Well, we're at it. Let's make it a felony to enter the court illegally. The country. My bad. I mean the court too, by the way. And I hope we can end birthright citizenship. And boy, do I love the idea of keeping a database of all of these rioters. I do agree with that. But thank you, Tom Homan. Thank you, President Trump. And thank you, Officer Tatum. You are my heroes. These people are known. We have them in that chat. You know what I mean? In the Signal chat. We don't need to give them the attention that they want, because what's going to happen is those people are going to go back and get funded and those give, send, goes and make millions for, being outed. So why do we give them a chance? Anyway, you could see, I get it, this is on our side's video, but you should see the videos like wrecking Ilhan Ohmar about her stunt where she got a bath. Man, I love that. I mean, look, I'm not for anybody being assaulted, okay, but would you call that an assault? The dude got up and literally sprayed a syringe or something on her. And then she went on to keep talking. Dude, look, I think I said this earlier, but when you're sprayed with a biological agent that you don't know if it is or not, you should be going and getting it checked. Your security team should be acting way different than that. He's at the mic, for God's sakes. Look on the video. At the end, he's like, oh, you got to go. We got to go to the hospital. Why are they right by the mic? So everybody can hear what they're saying. You know what I mean? And she's like, no, I won't let that asshole, blah, 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 blah. Man, sub 65, guys. This is sub 65. This isn't new. They just keep doing it. These Somalis, they just keep trying to play on your heartstrings because over and over again it's worked. Okay, and I think people are finally getting fatigued enough with the fake, attacks and all that, and the fake oppression they claim that's happening. We've seen the oppression that they want to put us under. You know what I mean? We've seen what they want to do to us. So, and I've seen it. I mean, and I'm not just talking Charlie Kirk, Ashley Babbitt. I mean, the list goes on and on. I showed a video the other day, I think it was 2 days ago, of all the people that have been, it's so easily forgotten. I mean, people just, they just don't even pay attention to it. And mainly because the news is so horrible in this country. They should be deplatformed. They should not be able to, I mean, it's funny on this app, if I do, like, say lie or anything like that, I'll get, not only will I get a note on the bottom. By the way, that's another thing. I am being, like, held down in the algorithms big time. I was looking at this the other day, and they have this thing called impressions click-through rate. And I have other videos out there, like gaming videos and stuff like that, and look, I just started this stuff, and I do it here and there, and I stop, and I pick it back up. I'm just doing it when it needs done, and, but I was looking at the click-through and impressions rate, and what I'm seeing on these click-through and impression rates is it's not getting any click-through or impressions. It has no reach. They're literally not putting my video out there at all. I mean, so the fact that I'm getting anybody watching my videos is amazing. I mean, so even if I get 1 or 2 guys, I'm very happy. Now on Rumble's different. I get a bunch of unique views. I get people. I get hits all the time. That really tells me right there, by the way, that I'm being that I'm being censored. That they're stepping on me in the algorithm. Because, and look, I don't care. It is what it is. I'm grateful to have 2 people watching my content, right? But when I look at Rumble and I'm seeing like 20, 30, 70 views on there, you know what I mean? And people interacting and stuff like that. And then I come over to YouTube and, oops, nothing. Nobody. Like it tells you a lot. It does. All right, sorry, I didn't mean to go off on a tangent. You know me. I mean, maybe you know me. If you don't, you're going to get to know me if you're watching this. I tend to do that. There's a lot to be said, a lot to be going over. This is a 25-minute video, so my video might end up being over an hour. But I got to bring you guys all the information, and I have to do this with Paul's. I definitely have to add commentary to it, otherwise it's just taking somebody else's work, and I'm not all about that. And by the way, the videos earlier that I showed, that was all mine. I'm going to start doing that later on, but for right now, I'm just, going to post what I find to be pertinent and important enough for everybody to pay attention to. Like, I think that what's going on in the House right now is very important. You know what I mean? Them trying to push that through, and they're going to do another government shutdown. I think that's very, very important that we all know that. Because a lot of the reasons Demon Rats are doing this stuff, the sub-65s, are to keep us away from that, to keep our attention away from it, and many other things. I mean, for some reason, these idiots, these sub-65, think that anything they do is going to stop the deportation of these illegals. And, I mean, I'm mad that Trump took people out of Minnesota after all the insurrection, everything that's happened, that he would trust these 2 idiots that have literally been trying to turn the country, start a civil war just to cover up their fraud. That he's working with them or whatever. Look, at some point, somebody has to be so evil that you go, yeah, no. I can't cross the line with the people like that. I mean, when you turn your whole state into a war zone to try to protect your own fraudulent activities, yeah, I would say that those people deserve to be ignored. You know what I mean? And treated like enemies. So, all right, we'll get back into this.
Can this become a bipartisan movement? We do see more Republican members calling for an independent probe into the death of Alex Pretty, both in the House and in the Senate. The Homeland Security Committee chairs are calling for testimony from high-ranking DHS officials Who do you want to hear from exactly? And what are your top questions?
Time out.
Yeah, Bovino. They moved Bovino, I think, to California or something like that. And I keep hearing people give me their takes on why he was moved. Look, man, this is a very weak move from Trump's administration. People don't want to see this. People don't want to see Trump showing weakness. These people cross the line. They weren't about to do anything. They were in the middle of an insurrection, okay? I mean, they've been caught on signal and just seeing, you don't even have to see a lot in there besides that they're saying they're freaking out and trying to get everything deleted as fast as they can. And from what I understand, and I'll be covering more of this, maybe I'll even be able to get into it. I'm looking at it. I'm close, guys. I'm close. They've already started a new Signal app. They've already got money flowing through there and everything else. So, this is not the time to show understanding and weakness, Trump. You know what I mean? Not right now, in my opinion. Right now, this is just going to embolden them to do more of the same. Matter of fact, right after that, Gavin Newsom came out and said, keep up the pressure, guys. Because he knows. This is just going to embolden people to commit more acts of violence, to do more insane shit. More people are going to get hurt. I don't know what Trump's game is here. I don't play chess on the same level he does. I like to think I'm pretty smart, though. Something is going on here. So, all right, back to the video.
I want y'all to be very clear with this. Listen to her response. Anybody saying they want an independent probe into the death of a citizen killed at the hands of the government is fair game. We should investigate this stuff. I can see clearly that the agents will be justified. But it's fair that people want an investigation. There's no shying away from investigation. If you did the right thing, you fine. Investigate it. Do due diligence.
No, I disagree with him on that. I mean, I strongly disagree with him on that. If we had a functioning justice system in this country that wasn't infiltrated by these demon rat sub 65 IQ judges, then yeah, maybe that would be true. But we don't. I mean, that's what the Democrats, that's what the sub 65 have given to this nation, is a whole lot of doubt. And by the way, remember what I've talked about this in my videos in the past. This is how you bring a country down from the inside. You know what I mean? These are tried and true color revolution tactics. You know what I mean? I mean, they even had on their own Signal app the book on there which talks about how to do it. And if you look at it, everything that they've done, literally, these people aren't exactly creative. You know what I mean? They literally do it like line by line, word by word. We all suspected, right, that they were getting talking points. Sure enough, there's NPR news talking points in there that a lot of people, and this goes into the news agency or government, federal, state, and local, okay, that we have actors in there that were part of this Signal chat app. So I really hope that that the FBI, because under Cash Patel, he says he's listening to stuff. Please, Cash, please tell me that you got the evidence. That you were, I mean, look, they have pictures of it, so you could go as far as that. But man, those people doing that are straight up committing treason, flat out. And again, until we all agree that punishment needs to be carried out, and I think that's what Americans are crying out for now, okay? And I know my mic is away from my face. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to breathe into it because every time I listen to my videos, I can hear it. You know, it's like, I can't do much about it. So, see, I rant off and I go off to another point. I'm not gonna. I don't want this to be like 90 years long. So, I mean, I know that most of you know what I'm talking about. I mean, so
nobody has a problem with that. Democrats and Republicans alike should be lockstep in saying it's okay to investigate. Let's get to the bottom of it. Make sure people did what was right. Make sure people were justified in their actions. It's clear to me that they were justified, but that's why a court and an investigation is necessary. Investigate it. But I haven't heard this lady yet, but watch what she say.
Yeah,
I haven't
that's
heard
what I
her.
was saying. There is no justice. I mean, these demon rat judges, these sub 65 judges, I'm telling you right now, I mean, they've been ignoring, I'm gonna do a video on that. I mean, even ignoring the jury pool that came out, and I believe it was due to the Don Lemon thing. So many people in there, and just totally ignoring it. We see these people get arrested. They rarely ever end up in prison. Like, seriously. And I can't imagine Pam Bondi's probably got like stacks of indictments and stuff like that there. I mean, I don't know, man. I just don't have much hope that justice is going to be served. And no, look, that right there, what I'm saying right now is what they want to happen. Because once people start feeling like their justice system has failed, okay, that's when the country falls apart. And I'm telling you, it falls apart astonishingly fast. That's why I said 90% is propaganda. 90% is trying to get people on their side. And if they feel like they got, some kind of a foot in the door, that's when it starts getting bad. And we're very close to 90% now. We got people sacrificing their lives, like doing sub 65 IQ stupid shit, carrying a gun. And all you Second Amendment absolutists out there, listen, this isn't about your Second Amendment, okay? So please back out of it. Like, I get it, you guys are fighting the government for all your rights and all that. I mean, I'm pro Second Amendment myself. But if somebody's wearing a mask, okay, and has a weapon on them, that bugs me. You know, I'm tired of seeing kids get blown away. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have firearms at all. I'm just saying, if I open carry, I don't need a mask. I don't need a mask because I'm not going to do anything. Do you understand? I'm not going to do anything illegal with that weapon. When you put a mask on, you know, when I was younger, okay, you couldn't even go into a convenience store. You couldn't even go into a convenience store with a mask on, okay? You couldn't even go into a convenience store with a mask on. Now all of a sudden it's okay. And it's bad when ICE does it, but it's okay when the radical left loonies do it. And here's the thing, the radical left loonies were doing it far before ICE ever got involved in it. Remember the Summer of Love? They were all wearing masks then too. You know what I mean? Like, man, you can't just ignore, just focus on one thing and ignore everything else, you know, to the detriment of it. Like, so in other words, I need my Second Amendment rights and fuck everything else. You can't do that. Your rights, even that right is all tied up in, it's tied up in all of this, you know what I mean? And we cannot just focus on one thing. That's why I'm trying to spread our view range to everything that's going on, you know, and I'm going to be covering a whole lot of things. So, and I'm going to keep doing it, by the way. I mean, I don't know. I enjoy, I'm not worried about getting death threats or anything like that. Anybody comes in my house, comes after me, I guarantee you they're never going home. I mean, I'm not playing with that. And that's not a threat. Trust me, I don't want anybody to get hurt. I don't. But, I mean, from what I see, conservatives get beat up, killed, stabbed, everything else, and nobody says anything. I'm not going to be a victim. I will never be a victim. I don't care how bad condition my body might be in. It's still better condition than these damn demon rats than these sub-65 idiots. All right, let's get back into it. Sorry, I know. Look, man, like I said, either I add my commentary or I can't cover the videos. That's one thing, okay? And the other, I mean, it's my channel, and I'm trying to give you my point of view, you know, from just another American. I'm not rich. I don't want money. I don't want fame. I just want to get our voices out there because it's important that people hear our voices. And it's too cold to go protest, and I'm too disabled and broken to really go and protest anyway. You know what I mean? So if I end up on the field, it's not going to be to be, you know, yelling and raising my voice and standing in solidarity. It's going to be because we're in a civil war. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not even playing with that. I'm so sick and tired of demon rats. I'm so sick and tired of them. And I'm not calling for a civil war. They're the ones doing it. I'm just saying I'm not scared of them. You know, I'm not. I am not scared of them at all.
It's necessary. Investigate it. But I haven't heard this lady yet. But watch what she say. I haven't heard her. I haven't watched it. I could be wrong. I have a feeling, based on her partisan behavior, that she's going to acknowledge nothing associated with an investigation. She don't want that. They want ICE to disappear and not do their job. That's it. Verdict, you guys have literally sold past half of our inventory.
Well, I sure wish I was a U.S. Senator and got to question Kristi Noem right now. I helped introduce articles of impeachment against her just a couple of weeks ago, and that was before.
Big surprise. I mean, big surprise. They introduced articles of impeachment on Kristi Noem. The woman who's running, this is help. I think she's DHS head. It's never going to stop. If we allow them to get into midterms, I'm telling you, it's going to be back-to-back impeachments about anything. Trump is going to stub his toe, and they're going to impeach him. I mean, look, guys, something I am going to totally get behind, regardless of whatever's going on with Trump. We cannot let these demon rats win the midterms. I mean, shame on conservatives who are not letting us carry through with getting rid of the filibuster, because it's like giving the advantage to the enemy. I just don't understand. Like, what are you Republicans doing in Congress and stuff like that? I mean, I cannot believe that these people are that stupid to think that the Democrats won't get rid of the filibuster when they can to push in a whole bunch of radical stuff. Why wouldn't we precede that by doing the exact same thing, only more? Why is it that we always have to be the victims? You know what I mean? Why do we always have to get hit, not just once, but 10 times? Why is it that the ICE agents have to get murdered before they're allowed to defend themselves? It's always the same thing with these people. It's always the same thing with these people. And I'm tired of it. I am that guy that is fed up with it. And nothing they can say. Look, I gave them chances. I used to be a Democrat, I'm ashamed to say. I mean, I would say for the majority of my life I was, you know what I mean? But then these lunatics got in there, and the Democrat Party got invaded, infiltrated by these Chi-Com commies, and that's what they want to turn America into. And you have no idea how much that would kill this country. We will be living in Somalia American version if we allow them to get in. Not to mention, they've already said they're going after everybody. People like me that just put out their opinions, they're going to come after me. People like you, if you put out your opinions, same thing. I mean, Tatum, all these people. By the way, Tatum is a police officer, or he was, I'm sorry. So he knows about this stuff. And he's politically intelligent. I like his content. I try to bring a wide range of people that I enjoy, so I hope you enjoy it.
The killing of Alex Preddy on Saturday morning here in Minnesota. You know who I want to hear from? I want to hear from my Republican colleagues from Minnesota. They have seen firsthand ICE terrorizing black and brown people, of people of color in Minnesota. They have.
Time out. But the only people dying are white people. They terrorize.
Not to mention that, but why are black and brown people treated differently? I don't know the obsession with these people to treat black and white people like they don't mean nothing. I mean, look, this is something. What do you think the global population of Caucasians are? Not Caucasian Americans, Caucasian, white people in general. How many do you think globally there are? This is the biggest trick they ever pulled on people in this country, okay? Well, they're the majority. No. Maybe in America, because it's our last bastion. It's our last country, right? And we are, we have a culture. America has a culture. Americans have a lot of pride to look back on. They've tried to rob us of our pride. Okay, they've tried to rob us of our heritage. Not tried, they have. They've torn down statues and put up ugly black women that have never done anything for anybody anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, nobody even knows who the fuck they are. I mean, you put up a statue of George Washington, people know who's that. They know who that is. They wanna erase white people from history. This same shit that's going on in Somalia. Same shit. They're hunting down white people. I mean, everywhere they go, they want to hunt down white people. They want to do away with everybody else. And the only people that would be left on this planet would be the sub-65s. And let me tell you something. That would be the end times right there. Could you imagine people that can't even figure out how to fucking farm? I mean, having any access to America's technology? I mean, look, I'm not being racist at all. I have friends of every color and ethnicity. I know, like, people try, oh, that's scapegoat just because you know. No, that proves a lot, because if somebody's truly racist, they would act like black people do in this country and only want to be around black people. You know what I mean? Not all, obviously not all, but there is a pretty large majority of them. And like I said, going back to what I was saying before, I'll give you the answer because, I don't want to leave you with, leaving the video with questions. 7%. We are 7% of the... hold up a second. I just want to bring this up if I'm able to. Look, if it takes too much effort, I'm probably not going to keep going into it, but we'll see. Okay, it is, by the way. But the global population of Caucasians is not definitively quantified, as the term Caucasian has various meanings. Okay, well, how about we just do white people? But anyway, however, estimates suggest that Caucasians make up a significant portion of the global population, often over 10%, but potentially higher. Is that really? You can tell what side this came from. However, estimates suggest that Caucasians make up a significant portion of the global population, often over 10%, but potentially higher. Are you freaking kidding me? Is that a substantial population, is it? I mean, remember I said 7%. This is wrong, by the way. But either way, but potentially higher, which wouldn't be that much higher because that's already high, as they include people from Europe, North America, and parts of South America. Agreed. The exact percentage can depend on the definition used, and no authoritative global percentage is provided in the reviewed sources. Well, how about this? Oh, here we go. As of 2025, the global population of individuals classified as white or of European descent, funny how they use that properly now instead of just, funny how there's no confusion now, right? I mean, anyway, European descent is estimated to be between 800 million to 1.2 billion, making up approximately 10 to 15% of the world's total population. Of European descent worldwide. Think about that. 800 to 900 million people of European descent worldwide. Okay? Which translates to roughly 10 to 12%. I'm still sticking with 7%, but either way. Well, let's go with their numbers, 10 to 12%. 10 to 12% of 100% of population. Guys, we're dying out. I mean, that's as simple as I can put it. We are dying out. And you know why? Because we're too fucking polite. We're too emotional. We allow these people to take advantage of us. Remember what they always say? That we're the majority? In America, maybe. For now. And it's not high. It's not. Look, it's not. You're only talking about, like, at this point, in 2026, it's like 60, I think, 2% or something like that. That's it. And that's just in America. So we're losing in America, too. And yes, I'm making an aside thing, because if you did this with black people, they would say that we're trying to euthanize them or something, the black populations and all that. But 800 to 900 million people of European descent worldwide. There are countries with higher numbers of people than that. You know what I mean? Like, that's insane. That's insane. I mean, look at China. Look at India. Like, we are not the majority. We are the minority globally, okay? Even in this country, we're very close. And what do you think is going to happen once we become minorities in America? I mean, have you ever heard the term black fatigue? Anyway, let's get back to the video. I'm just saying that you really have to, you cannot take these people's words for it. They're victims by nature. They're victims by nature because they know it works. You know what I mean? If they put out a video out of context or whatever to make you look evil, if they take some words out of context, that's why it's always important. That's why I'm saying, that's why I'm calling them sub 65 now, these other people that use that shit. Because you have to be sub 65 IQ to believe the bullshit that they're spouting. Okay? That, I don't know, white people are the majority. We are not. okay? And this, like, just stop, because we could go to Somalia right now, and what are they doing? They're hunting down white people. Why? Because they're white, because of the color of their skin. We're not doing that here. I don't care how many times they say that. They have no proof to say it, to show that. And if they say, oh, well, more black people are arrested for crime, yeah, that's because more of them commit crimes. I mean, it's not even how do you say, they're like, what, 15%, and it's like 75 or 72%. I mean, it's not even close, man. It's not even close. I don't know. Anyway,
rise on black and brown bodies, but they're not killing nobody but white people. Ma'am, you want to make this about race? Really? You want this to be?
yeah, I gotta say, ultimately, that's a goal: is to wipe white people out. These people, they don't think it through. They don't realize. I mean, like Somalia, a lot of African countries figured out really quick that without white people, they can't even farm. They can't even grow their own freaking crops. People, I mean, they live in mud huts. That's what they want for America. Okay, they want to, and I truly do believe they're trying to wipe out white people, because it's only ever okay to kill white people. You know what I mean? If a black person dies, they have, what do? They have all these like celebrations and memorials, and they're all over the news, and everybody knows about it. But God knows, a white person dies, and who? What? Nobody ever even hears about it. If it wasn't for us being on the scene and spreading the news, nobody would even know about it. You know what I mean? And consider this: white people make the majority of the tech. Okay, they invent the majority of the tech that make our modern society modern. Without them, without us, I mean, it's pretty bad for the future of this world, okay? I mean, you could say, I get offended if you want. That's your purview. These are the facts, okay? And as they used to say, facts don't care about your feelings. Facts are that white people are not the majority of anything. We are the minority, and worse yet, I do believe that a lot of what they're doing, they're trying to kill off white people. I mean, maybe have a few at the top that are like trying to play both sides. They want to survive in this, world of darkness. All right, let's get back to the video.
Be a racial thing? How do you come out and say that out of your mouth? You're speaking out of both sides of your mouth. You're creating a racial dynamic, but only the white people are the ones that getting killed. Make that make sense. Only white people out there protesting. You don't see any illegals out there. You don't see any Hispanic people out there. And you dang sure don't see no black people out there. It's a racial thing, but there's no other races out there protesting except white people. Okay, let her finish.
Seen law enforcement step up at a press conference and call out ICE for its tactics. I want to see my Minnesota Republican colleagues step up and finally call out the atrocities that are being committed here in Minnesota by the federal government.
But the state just deployed state law enforcement to enforce against these rioters and people burning the city down. You dumb horchata. Okay, let's go down now. I want to go to Tom Homan 102. Let's go to 102. And I want y'all to be very clear. This is what the Democrats...
You see what I'm saying with the 102? He's got a whole team behind him. And it must be so nice. I mean, and even people with like 300,000 subs and stuff, they usually got people helping them too. Asmongold, same thing. All of them. They all have people that are helping them. I mean, I kind of like Asmongold's, how he does things. Like his chat gives him the information. And so even stuff... that he might not know, his chat gives it to him. And I pray that one day I have that. I have that chat, to correct me or to let me know about new things. And, I mean, there's so many intelligent people out there. I hope that one day that I earn the respect of enough people to where I can have those people in my chat. I mean, by all means, if you have something to add, then throw it in the comment section. Just be respectful, because keep in mind that there's certain people from a certain app that have their eyes on it. I'm also on Rumble, by the way, if you want to, free speech, use your free speech rate, which I don't even understand why people ain't taking advantage of that and staying on Rumble. I mean, I don't hate... Okay, anyway, Rumble is giving us free speech, yet people choose oppression and censorship. I put out my videos to both platforms. Mainly, I focus on Rumble, by the way. I'm just going to be honest with you, because not most likely, already I'm being censored. You know what I mean? Like I said, the algorithm's squashing me. And I know people are going, oh, you're just making an excuse. Whatever. I mean, I'm happy if a couple people watch my video. Now, that being said, I really wouldn't mind it if other people, you know, it got out there. That means the message I'm trying to give to people is getting out there. Like the stats on white people. I think that needs to be said, because there's too many people out there, too many white people especially, that have this guilt. Like they're doing something wrong. Like they're wiping you out. They're exterminating you. Are you serious? You have nothing to feel ashamed of. If anything, you should be offended and angry. Why is it that feminism nonsense only goes on here? That our women are so freaking brain, you know, because they attack the women first with this nonsense that they could do everything. We can do better. Yeah, they really can't. I mean, we are created by God for our own purposes. Some people are really smart. Some people aren't. Some people are really fast. Some people aren't. You know, some people are good in the kitchen. I definitely ain't. I can tell you that right now. I blow up the house and probably poison people. So I stay away from that as much as I can. But
Democrats are voting against. They want to shut the government down because Border Patrol is doing this. I want you to ask any of your politicians, either in writing or in person or in an interview or press conference, why don't they mention anything that Tom Homan's about to say? Why do they never mention this? Roll the clip.
Let me tell you, in the last couple of days, what's happened in Boston. They've arrested Victor Gomez Perez, a 33-year-old criminal alien from Guatemala, with charges of aggravated rape, assault and battery with dangerous weapon, indecent assault and battery on a victim 14 years or younger. They arrested Kaylee Espinosa, a 34-year-old criminal alien from Colombia, with charges of aggravated assault on a pregnant victim. They arrested Joshua Gonzalez, a 23-year-old criminal alien from Dominican Republic, with charges for trafficking heroin, morphine, opium, resisting police, disorderly conduct, and drug distribution. They also arrested Samuel Armando Barrero, a 20-year-old criminal illegal alien from Guatemala, with pending charges for assault and battery on a child. So Mayor Wu and Governor Healy, they ought to be calling ICE and thanking them for making their streets safer, for protecting their communities and taking these people off the street. They have turned a blind eye to this. They're sanctuary cities. Sanctuaries, cities and sanctuary states are sanctuaries for criminals. Give ICE access to the jail to arrest a bad guy in the jail rather than have to go in the community to find them. Because when you go in the community and find them, it puts ICE officers at greater risk. It puts the community at greater risk. It puts the alien at greater risk, because anything can happen on the street risk. This is what we're trying to do. We're trying to prioritize public safety threats when you got governors and mayors who are releasing these public safety.
Where is this dude at? Like, where is this guy at? I mean, they're mowing grass in behind him. I don't know about you, but I mean, it's snowy down here. 3 hours ago. Is this what it's like in Washington? Is that where he's at? Or in Minnesota? I mean, it's, as far as I know, it's frozen up there. What's this? I mean, this is just a background, but is that all this is? Is a backdrop? I mean, I saw a mower moving back there.
Address every day into the community. That causes the crime rate, and we've seen some terrible incidents in the last few days where innocent victims are murdered. This past year, I've seen innocent Americans raped and murdered by people who are not supposed to be here. So rather than going back and forth and say, well, ICE has got a car parked near a church, that is ridiculous. You're out there looking for people like this. Exactly what they're doing.
Well, I would argue that actually that the ICE vehicle parked outside a Spanish Mass is a frightening sight, given what has happened in this country.
Oh, is it frightening to you? It's frightening to see cops doing their jobs. These people make no fucking sense. They run their mouths about this stuff. They want to turn our country into a criminal cesspit. But yet the first thing they do is run their mouth. They call the cops, right? They get into a situation, who they call? Not the Ghostbusters. They call the cops. So, the stance of this woman is just ignorant. I mean, look, Trump didn't just make ICE. Okay, ICE has been in existence forever. I know, I froze it right in a perfect... Even look at Tatum. Tatum's like, what the fuck? All right, I'm gonna shut up. I know I'm trying, guys. I'm trying. I'm trying. It's getting better because the more videos I put out, the less of this stuff that's in my head, which is all trying to rush out at once, because I'm just really surprised that people ain't picking up on this, ain't like, what the hell is going on here,
I also, with respect, sir, thank you for the information.
Why would it be frightening for you if you ain't doing nothing wrong? When I'm in church and I see police outside, I'm nosy. I ain't worried about me because I ain't done nothing. I want to know who got in trouble out there. Matter of fact, at least they out here. In case somebody want to act a fool, why would I be scared? That's about as stupid as somebody saying because I'm black, I should be afraid when I see police. I'm driving, roll my window down looking. I'm a looky-loo. I'm like, what was God dang, they arrested 6 people over there. God, they tripping. People out here acting a fool. They doing their job. I ain't that one time thinking, I'm a black man. Cops are coming to get me. I ain't did nothing. And I wish, that's like hitting the lottery. That's like going to Vegas and gambling. And you got a 100% chance to win. You guys come and arrest me for no reason because I'm black, I'm going to be rich. And I'm going to quit this podcast. I'm going to sue for $400 million. I wish a cop would come arrest me for no reason. Same thing with these legal aliens. I mean, same thing if you legal. I wish that ICE would come and detain me and punch me in the head and say I'm illegal and they wrong. The government gonna go broke. We gonna be another $1 trillion in debt. I'm gonna be suing so much. But when you ain't supposed to be here, when you know you are cutting up and you're doing crime, of course you're afraid of them. Just like the Lord. I'm not afraid of the Lord. I love the Lord. I'm gonna go to heaven. I ain't cutting up, so I ain't got nothing to worry about. The people that's sinning and grinning, y'all the ones don't like to go to church. Y'all the ones scared of what the Lord gonna do. Y'all the ones looking at fire and brimstone.
No, they're the ones that are invading the churches. That's what they're doing. And you know what? I am going to make a video on the Don Lemon situation because that is surely gross. I keep mentioning it, and then I'm telling you, the news cycle is just flying by. You know what I mean? Like, before I could even wake up the next day to even address anything, the news cycle's already turned. Like, there's even more shit going on, So, I mean, now, like I said, in Philly, we got this numbskull up there that's saying that it's an ICE-free zone. I mean, ICE is already up there, by the way. This is how stupid they think people are. And, by the way, sadly, the sub-65 side, they are, that stupid. But ICE is already out there. Like, what are you talking about? It's AG, the Attorney General for Philadelphia. It's the same place that had Black Panthers coming out carrying guns saying they're going to blow holes in ICE. Like, I mean, really, dude, get that shit out of my state. Seriously, I don't support it at all. He's likely covering up for fraud, just like they're doing in Minnesota. This is nationwide. I mean, I am in 100%... I completely support them chasing the fraud down nationwide and finding out what's going on. That's what needs to happen. So, and then to see this clown, I mean, I can't wait because we won the last election. We just dominated it, guys. Pat yourself on the back because not only we were fighting a rigged system, okay, but all the illegals that were in this country were voting too. And yet we took it by storm. So every time that they try to tell you that you're in a minority, nobody shares your opinion, everybody's against Trump, blah, blah, blah. You can look at my show or others and you can tell that they're full of shit. You can tell them that.
Oh. It's the same thing with law enforcement. All right, let's go to clip 103. I'm going to skip 101. This is what CNN polls say about America's interest in deportations. Roll the clip.
Yeah,
all right, here we go. This is what I'm going to cover. I'm not going to cover the whole video, okay? So here we go.
Sometimes I like blunt questions because they sort of get at the underlying feelings that people have. So this is about as blunt a question as you can get. Deport all immigrants here illegally. I will note the ABC News poll asked about undocumented immigrants. So we have slightly different questions, but these were all taken within the last month. And there's real uniformity here. That's what I really think you see. You see real uniformity. Deporting all immigrants who are here illegally, 55% of the New York Times, Marquette 64%, CBS News 57%, ABC News with a slightly different question, 56%. So what you're seeing is...
And you know that these people are, like, these numbers are still here, even with all the, all the setups they're making, all the cry fests, and, oh, I'm the victim and all that. Look at these numbers. I mean, that means that well over half of you out there are super intelligent, not sub 65. You know what's going on. That doesn't mean we don't have work to do. We do, because we need to firm our spines up. Look, when people need to be arrested, they need to be arrested, okay? That's just how it is. People, I mean, it's not going to brain damage your kid to see the law enforcement. Yeah, I'm with Tatum on that. I mean, to see law enforcement doing their job, that just means that they're keeping criminals out, you know what I mean? Which is what they should be doing. They're arresting the bad guy, you know what I mean? So...
essentially here is a very clear indication that a majority of Americans, in fact, when they're asked this blunt question, which I believe gets at the underlying feelings, do in fact want to deport all immigrants who are here illegally. There's no arguing with these different numbers because they're all essentially the same across 4 different pollsters. Feelings towards immigration in this country, feelings towards undocumented immigrants and deporting all of them have become considerably more hawkish, and I think that gives Donald Trump much more leverage to go with the American people and sort of have these hawkish, some might say harsh, different rhetoric and also issue-based sort of going after immigrants who are here illegally, want immigration levels decreased. This includes legal and illegal immigration.
All right, time out. I think we heard enough. I got to move fast on the show. So this is obviously 2024. It's 2026 right now. This is why the Democrats are afraid. Go back to that clip. This is why Democrats are panicking. This is why they need to come after ICE and say that ICE is bad and that all these people getting killed whom they actually deserve the use of force that they are getting, them dying is not deserving to die is God's thing. It ain't got nothing to do with who nobody can make that determination. Do you deserve to get shot for your behavior? Yes, and they deserve to get shot. But the fear is that the country is moving towards understanding the value of deporting these people and the lawfare and the manipulation of tax dollars. And this is the reason why Republicans will win in perpetuity, because Democrats have taken a bad position on this. So what do they need to do?
Okay, what he's saying about perpetuity is obviously true. I mean, so if at this point, if Democrats lose the ability to, and yeah, we're gonna end the coverage here. I mean, I don't want to cover his entire video anyway, but okay, so think about it like this way. They're saying it's such a, terrible, they're doing everything in their ability to make it look bad, having people lose their lives and make it look bad. And, I mean, by the way, just one more thing. I have to end it on this. If I can find it, hold on one second. Let's see here. Oh, that's right. This is, man, if I could, yeah, here we go. Okay. I'm going to cover this a little bit. By the way, Salty Cracker's great. I love his, okay, this might be a little bit shorter, actually. How long is this? 11 seconds, it's 12 minutes. I guess we could do 12 minutes. I mean, I like the way he talks, okay? So, I think you will too.
Oh my god. Some would say it was the F around about times, Abe. I would say it's the find out about times. And you leftards are finding out in delicious fashion. Here we've got a bunch of you dumb tards attacking a hotel because there's some ICE members staying in it. So that's totally fine, right, lefties? Because that's your First Amendment, burn down a hotel. Break out their sign, bash out their windows. Each one of those plate glass windows is probably $20,000. But that's fine. That's fine because they've got insurance, right? But of course, we want Luigi Mangione's because we know insurance doesn't work. Oh, I say I'm confused, Abe. They all over the place. Oh, no, that's on par. That's on brand for you dumb leftards. But as you're over here attacking this, and by the way, Tim Walz comes out and he goes, "Oh, damn, bro, I used a bad word. I'm proud of Minnesota." There you go. Breakthrough. There you go. They've all got constipation. That makes sense. AIDS will do that.
Oh, I love this dude. He's so good. This is Salty Cracker, by the way. I always try to call out the people I get my content from. Salty Cracker right here. Go like, sub, and subscribe. He's great.
Do ya? So, totally fine. This you've got lispy lefty YouTube lawyers going, "Listen, I shouldn't even be there. They're just doing their First Amendment." World's worst lawyer, by the way. You don't have a First Amendment to destroy other people's stuff. That's not that's insane that dude's a YouTube lawyer. I hope he gets sued into oblivion. I hope another one of you dumb leftards out there follows his stupid lawyer advice from YouTube, and then your family has to go identify your body at the morgue, and I hope that family sues the hell out of this YouTube lawyer telling you idiots to continue doing this. By the way, I'm going to get out of your way, though. I'm an asshole. Don't listen to me. Keep listening to your lispy YouTube lawyers because I'm loving these videos. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. All right, watch this. So here you got these idiots. And you got one. This guy works for the prison system, by the way. He's putting in some overtime over here, and he stopped that entire group. This one mad lad over here stopped that entire group. And someone going to talk. Oh, what are you going to do? Oh, what are you going to do? You just watch them destroy the lobby of this, right? Okay, so keep that in mind when this guy tells you, "I did do nothing wrong."
Your pussy ass.
I'm not scared of you. I'm not scared of you. Bap! Bap! Get back! Bap! Beautiful. Beautiful. Who's that dude? Who's that dude? We gotta make that guy rich. He fought off all those terrorists, hit that...
This is a peaceful protest. This is just peaceful protest here, guys. You know, like, they've cornered this guy, and I believe there's another agent here. He ends up pretty beat up. But this right here is a peaceful protest, you know? I mean, you know them sub-65s, when you say peaceful protest, what they think you mean is violent riot.
Idiot with the beanbag. Let's go check in on him. Uh-oh. Oh, no.
It hurts, don't it, boy? Oh, man, that hurts, don't it? I know I've been shot with one of them beanbags before when I was in training. I like to see this. He's like, "Damn, that hurt." Oh, God. Well, imagine how much buckshot would have hurt more.
I wasn't even doing anything.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, he wasn't even doing anything. Was it?
Oh, was my First Amendment right?
Oh, love it. Love it. That's not even the best found out of this video. That's not remotely the best found out. No, that's just the hors d'oeuvre. But this is, again, these left-wing lunatics are revved up to set stuff on fire. You've got basic law enforcement going on over here. They've been so acclimated to committing crimes that just basically say, "You can't burn this hotel down." They think that this is some sort of civil rights impediment. Look at you guys, you authoritarians, not letting me burn this hotel down. It's got ice in it. It's got ice, so I'm allowed to burn it down. That's my First Amendment right. You have no idea what you're talking about. You're going to take a beanbag to your chest, and then you're going to double over, and then you're going to cry about how you didn't do muffins, boys. Oh, I was just baking did do muffins. Hope your chest is caved in, you lunatic. Was not prepared, boys. He was not prepared. Now you get prepared out there for this freezing cold weather. Check out today's sponsor, Bear Skin Hoodies. You guys heard about Bear Skin Hoodies, right? Wearing one right now. Sexy and smooth. Well, the smart people, not, by the way. It's fleece.
Yeah, I gotta be honest with you. I'll never do this stuff. I mean, and nothing against Salty Cracker. Like, look, man, my views on this is once you get to a certain point of making money, you're kind of stuck there, and that's why I don't want to get used to that. I mean, like I said, get a new computer, like a proper mic, so I could give you all like a proper video. That would be great. But like this, where I mean, you know. And I'm not criticizing. I guess I am sort of criticizing, but I mean, like, I get it. I understand. This is like his livelihood. You know what I mean? So, but I don't agree with this kind of stuff. I mean, look, stores even maybe just a little bit, but he's not just doing that. He's taking super chats and he's doing putting ads in the video. Like we don't have enough videos out there. Like YouTube doesn't slam enough ads into us enough as it is. And I don't know about you, but I am definitely not going to be getting any subs or anything like that for YouTube. I'm just, nope, not happening. I mean, not until they stop censoring people and pushing one political side, using an algorithm to oppress one political side over the other. It's just nonsense. I mean, it shouldn't be biased like that. Again, that's why I say go to Rumble. I get it. It's not perfect. But, I mean, in order for it to become perfect, we have to go over there and spend our money there and get subs and, you know what I mean, all that stuff. I mean, literally, if we don't do that, they're never going to be a competition. I mean, you got to understand how much is against them. But I'm not making that video about this. And this video I know is really druggle one. So, here.
The rubber bullets are fast. But... This, you've got a lot of find out. Some of these people found out so hard that they're not even on this plane of existence anymore. This idiot found out, survived, but is going to have to learn how to be left-handed, I guess, at this point, because you lost all your fingers. Alakablam! Boom. Yeah, I wouldn't exercise my First Amendment by grabbing a flashbang and trying to throw it back into the face of feds, because you might lose some fingers over here. You'll shoot your eye out or lose some fingers. Eric over here. Wow, a leftist agitator tried picking up a flashbang and throwing it back at federal agents. Oh no. It's a bad move. Flashbang. They essentially threw an M80 at you, and you're like, well, I'll pick up this M80, and I'll throw it right back. That's dumb. That's a dumb move. I think there was a gradual decline in manliness from generation to generation to generation, right? But after Gen Xers, it wasn't gradual, it plummeted. I mean, every Gen Xer knows that you're not going to pick up somebody throws an M8, somebody throws a cherry bomb at you, you're like, oh, I'm getting out of the way of that. I've never heard of something.
I mean, he's right. I'm a Gen Xer. I mean, and I'm proud that I'm a Gen Xer because, yeah, I mean, he's right. I feel like the IQ just dropped substantially. I mean, luckily, people, especially the latest generations, they're not tolerating that shit. You know, they're not putting up with it. So that goes to show you, there's always light at the end of the tunnel. Don't give up, guys. I mean, keep pushing, because these people, these sub 65s are pushing everybody over to our side anyway, and they're starting to see the logic, especially as society just deteriorates around them, and it just turns into a hellhole. I mean, honestly, outside of the buildings, this is shit they would go on in Somalia. You know what I mean? So what happens when you bring the third world? You become the third world.
Buddy, go, and I'll go pick that up and throw it back in the other direction. Well, anyway, because these idiots over here raised a bubble wrap again. I'm allowed to block the road. I'm allowed. Actually, I think that's probably ice making a barrier over there, and they just spray painted ice out on the vehicle. But grab the flashbang and see how that works out for you. Okay, don't. Let's be YouTube lawyer telling you too. I'm not. Medic.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
She's doing the Homer Simpson.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We did. Full the screams. Oh, the lamentation. Don't.
Oh my god.
Don't. Let's be YouTube lawyer telling you too. I'm not. Medic.
Oh my
Now look
god.
who she running towards, by the way.
Oh my
She's
god.
running towards. She's like, ah,
She's doing the Homer Simpson.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We did. Full the screams. Oh, the lamentation.
Fucking sub 65, yo.
Well, a protester in Minnesota was seen blowing his fingers off, attempting to...
Hit it. Come on, what are you doing? It's about that point she realized she had no fingers. That's great. All right, guys. Thank you for joining me. Please you know how it all works. I mean, I'd like to get my voice out there, and help. I mean, that's the only country we get. So help me help. Help me help you. Suspante and Deus Volt.